Most teachers will tell you that teaching is not just about teaching content. Teachers are responsible for managing student behaviour, supporting student mental health, advocating for student funding, identifying student learning difficulties, teaching students social and emotional skills, and sometimes providing basic essentials such as food and school equipment. You are teacher, counsellor, carer, coach, nurse, all rolled into one. Using a positive behaviour management approach can help to support these diverse roles that teachers play. I'm going to share with you 6 reasons why positive behaviour management is good for your well-being. My name is Mari Amaro, and I'm the Principal Presenter at the Highly Effective Teacher. I'm a teacher, and I've been supporting students and teachers for over 30 years, and I'm passionate about teacher well-being and working with teachers so that they can thrive in the teaching profession by implementing evidence-based practices that support their well-being. Teacher well-being means improved student well-being, which also contributes to better academic and social outcomes for all our students. If you'd like to learn more about teacher well-being, please subscribe to our channel and ring the bell below so that you can receive notifications of all our videos. And please feel free to write comments or questions below. I'd love to hear what you think. Positive behaviour management emphasises prevention. So by putting rules and expectations in place and providing regular routines and systems, you can often prevent problem behaviour from occurring in the first place. Providing individual support. They're giving individual support for students with additional needs in the area of behaviour management can help them to learn more appropriate behaviours. Avoid confrontation. Avoiding being drawn into conflict with a student is good for your well-being and good for your relationships with your students. Having a focus on values. Focusing on the development of values and value systems in students promotes better behaviour. Building positive relationships between teacher and student to student. Teaching social and emotional skills so that students are able to manage social situations and cope with big emotions. A positive behaviour approach looks like explicit teaching and practice of expected behaviours, providing positive reinforcement for appropriate behaviour, giving students opportunities to air concerns and to tell their own story, and having planned responses to inappropriate behaviour that does occur that includes additional teaching and teacher support. Teachers who adopt a positive approach to behaviour are more likely to have improved well-being because rather than blaming the student, the parents, or the school, which makes them feel powerless, they look at what they can control while recognising that there is no quick fix. Teachers who use a positive approach to behaviour also recognise that they need a long-term solution for difficult student behaviour. And just as with any learning, they recognise that they need to teach the behaviour they want to see while considering the needs of the student or students involved. Here are 6 ways that positive behaviour management is good for your well-being. Number 1, you focus on the positive. Where energy goes, attention flows. Whatever you focus on increases in intensity and frequency. Positive behaviour management is about focusing on what's going well and acknowledging students for appropriate and productive behaviour. When you focus on the positive aspects of student behaviour, you increase the likelihood that that behaviour that you want will continue. By giving attention to positive student behaviour, you reinforce that behaviour and remind all students of the expected appropriate behaviours. And what you focus on impacts your well-being. So focusing on the positive is good for your own outlook and for your mental state. Number 2, when you use positive behaviour management strategies, you use positive language. I'm going to let you in on a secret. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between you talking about someone else or talking about yourself. Have you ever been in a conversation with a friend or a group of friends where you spoke negatively about someone, and when you walked away, you felt depleted and low? I know I have. That's because your subconscious hears what you're saying and interprets it as if you're talking about yourself, leaving you feeling really bad. Since you're the person who hears everything you say, and sometimes you might think you're the only one, it makes sense that the language you use impacts how you feel. When you use positive language with your students, for example, Thanks, Mary, for handing in your work on time. That shows a really responsible attitude. Or, you worked really hard on that project, Joe, and it shows. Your words have a positive effect on your students and on you. Number 3, a healthy classroom culture. Developing a healthy classroom culture promotes student and teacher wellbeing at the same time. In my video, How to Promote Teacher and Student Wellbeing at the Same Time, I give you some simple strategies that you can easily incorporate into your school day, so check it out. The use of positive behaviour management strategies creates a positive and supportive climate in your classroom because you are modelling positive language and focusing on positive behaviour. You're providing your students with a very clear example and scaffold showing them how to treat you and how to interact with each other. When students experience your positive approach, they can hear, see and feel what it means to be treated with dignity and respect. And this makes it more likely that they'll treat you and each other in the same way. And being treated well is good for all of us and for your well-being. Number 4, it improves relationships. Good teachers know that teaching is all about relationships. And one of the benefits of teaching is that the positive interactions that you have with your students develop ongoing relationships that you enjoy. Teachers want the best for their students, and when they adopt a supportive, helpful role in dealing with difficult student behaviour, relationships with students are enhanced rather than damaged. How you treat students when their behaviour is difficult impacts your relationships with other students because they witness how you behave and may also feel that you treat them the same way given the same situation. Punitive approaches are detrimental to student-teacher relationships because they destroy trust and credibility. When students know that you will listen to their side of the story and that you'll provide support when they need it, they're more likely to listen to you and learn from you. Number 5, it works. While there is no silver bullet in dealing with student behaviour management, a positive approach has been shown repeatedly to have more success in changing behaviour than the punitive measures of the past. When teachers understand that students who display inappropriate or challenging behaviour lack skill and understanding, it reduces stress because then you understand that you can focus on teaching and supporting the student rather than coming up with more ways to punish them. Continually using methods that do not work can be a huge source of stress for teachers. And what was it Einstein said about doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result? Number 6, it's more enjoyable. Catching kids being good, giving them positive feedback, explicitly teaching students how to behave, and being a supportive, understanding teacher feels much better than being an authority figure who doles out punishment. Smiling, interacting positively with students, being enthusiastic in your language and approach is good for your own health and well-being. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and happy teaching.